Welcome to Music Fusion Fridays here on KBVR. I'm Maya Holmes.
And I'm Brittany Wooten.
And we're the Blonde Bombshells.
Here to give you your weekly music news.
Last Saturday, the Aladdin Theater in Portland was host to the 23rd Annual Winter Folk, a large show of local and national folk performers. The show serves as a benefit for Sisters of the Road Cafe, a local nonprofit that provides food and comfort to the homeless. According to Kevin Friedman of Oregon Live, this year's headlining artist was Tracy Grammer, who made a name for herself while living in Portland in the late 90s. Other performers included Grammy-winning fingerpicker Doug Smith, who made his third festival appearance, and Beth Wood, who made her Winterfolk debut. Utah Phillips, a folk legend who had been in the face of Winterfolk for 15 years, passed away in 2008, and as a tribute to his memory, his son Duncan performed a selection with Kate McLeod. Duncan is also in the process of releasing an album of his father's songs. Judging from this year's success, it looks like the Winterfolk just keeps getting better and better each year.
Last Friday, Portland witnessed the first ever Contrast. The free audio-visual event featured the practice production work of talented local electronic music and motion graphics producers, including Krita, Cloudburst, Sleepyhead, and more. That evening, Ziva Auditorium hosted a night of audio-visual electronic music with VJs, as well as electronic musicians from the event creator's own music label, Nueva Forma. According to Elias Foley of Oregon Music News, Contrast is a chance for Portland to expand how we consume electronic music, pushing beyond the dance club and focusing attention on this underrepresented genre in our local music scene. Contrast isn't just a much-needed performance of underrepresented electronic music, it's also a bold and exciting step forward in development within the local electronic music scene for fans, producers, and more.
Adding to the growing success of Bend's First Friday Art Walks is the new Night Under the Covers, a musical event that shares the calendar with First Friday and takes place in downtown Bend at Tart Bistro. During each Night Under the Covers event, a dozen or so mostly local acts play 3 to 4 songs from a popular artist. Stage time is shared among a diverse range of musicians from acoustic and electric, big and small, who all get to pay tribute to a particular band or genre each month. According to Aaron Brandt of Oregon Music News, February's Fourth Friday show theme was Motown Super Freaks and featured local artists covering music from The Temptations, Supremes, Jackson 5, and many others. Future artists to be covered include Nirvana in March, an encore Beatles night in April, and Neil Young in May. The Night Under the Covers series also helps people in the community by benefiting Icon City, a Bend nonprofit organization that uses dynamic, creative events to encourage the public to serve and fund the caregiving services of organizations of Central Oregon. Selected shows are also recorded for benefit albums for local nonprofits. Covers for a Cause is the most recent of these benefit albums and is being given away with a $5 or more donation to selected nonprofits like the Kids Center or the Cascade School of Music. Night Under the Covers is always looking to connect and involve new talent, so check them out on Facebook and learn more about their upcoming events and get your name in the creative pool.
Fernando Visconti took a year-long sabbatical from music, and his friends never would have guessed it'd be to do property taxes. According to Matthew Singer of Willamette Week, the 41-year-old singer, musician, and yes, tax consultant has been one of Portland's brightest songwriting talents for over a decade. Visconti had taken breaks before, but this time the mental hardships of living as an artist had finally broken him. So in 2008, instead of putting the new material he'd been working on as an official record, Visconti decided to offer it exclusively through his website and spent the next year writing and focusing on his day job. But it's hard to keep a guy who's been playing and performing half his life shackled to a desk for very long. Thanks to some prodding from the likes of musician-engineer Luther Russell and REM guitarist Peter Buck, Visconti decided not only to formally issue his 7th record, True Instigator, but to dedicate 2011 to touring behind it. Visconti released True Instigator last week, so be sure to look for it. Well, we've got to go touch up these roots.
But we'll be back with Blonder Bombshells after the break.